It was inevitable. Amberlynn Reid has orchestrated her latest resurrection, and it is a masterclass in how to say absolutely nothing for 12 minutes. I think most of us were daring to hope, probably foolishly, that this mysterious week-long absence might culminate in something of value. A crisis, a confession, at the very least some kind of spiral. Instead we get this. First thing, she announces some medical results and just brushes it aside. Her thyroid antibodies are normal. She still has hypothyroidism, but the autoimmune component is off the table. But how does she respond to this updated medical information? With grace? With research? With a plan? Nope, she responds with bronzer. But then she's discussing pigtails again. The eternal battle between desperation and infantilization continues. She declares you could be 300 years old and wear pigtails. Darling, you're not a vampire. You're not ageless. You are a 34-year-old woman begging us to confuse regression with relevance. The rest of it plays out like a parody. The lighting is too yellow, the angle is too low, the camera is too present. We're once again invited to watch her demonstrate that she is in fact standing, as though the question of her verticality is more compelling than a year-long mystery of undiagnosed illnesses. I promise you, Amber, no one cares how high your tripod is. We care how low you've sunk. There's also something grotesquely calculated about the framing of her chest during this standing demo. Who is this for? It has to be for someone, but it's certainly not us. We didn't ask, and yet we must witness it. But now, children, gather round because it's story time, told by our resident martyr of the mundane, Amberlynn Reid. It's not a tale of growth, reflection, or even a plan. It's the harrowing account of a chicken strip, a molar, and a week's worth of Tylenol. The story, as always, begins with Bingo. There, whilst bartering chicken strips with her mother, tragedy struck. A crack, a snap, a moment so devastating it could only be eclipsed by her desire to share it in 10 unedited minutes of word soup. Her tooth broke. And not just any tooth. This tooth had lore. This was the Gothic cathedral of her mouth, crumbling, haunted, untouched for years except by rot and regret. She just goes on and on and on. She tells us that she's not a medicine girly, but embarks on a pharmaceutical relay race with Tylenol every 4 hours. Dramatic rocking, crying, convulsing, and the classic Amberlynn flourish, declaring her pain as 100 out of 10. Darling, are we forgetting the stupid circle hand injury that was nearly fatal? Your pain scale isn't so much broken as it is actively hallucinating. All of this is completely pointless, and it's not even worth really going into. It's not about dental hygiene. We know she doesn't brush her teeth. She can tell us she's brushing her teeth all she wants, but she's scared of sink water worms, so I don't think she's brushing as much as she claims. Nothing about this is for transparency. It's all about manufacturing sympathy and deflection. She's done nothing. She's progressed in no goal, posted nothing of substance, but emerges from the shadows with an extracted tooth in a mission to distract. This is what she does best. She wraps a single mundane event in enough dramatics to mummify it into content. It's a boring, cryptic, whimpering relic. She even goes into some exposition about her uni tooth, but I'm not even going to go there. It's unnecessary and off topic. But then again, Amberlynn's updates never begin or end with sense. She closes by telling us yet again that there is no schedule, no plan, no structure, just vibes, pigtails and dental decay. And obviously a plug for her stream queens. Because if there's one thing Amberlynn Reid will never take a break from, it's monetizing her mediocrity. To sum it up, she took a week off to remove a tooth and try to pass it off as a full-scale tragedy. She begs for sympathy while offering nothing to her audience, who had to sit through 12 minutes of verbal molasses for a story that could have been summed up in, "I had a toothache." There are parts of the world that are in literal turmoil. Foodie beauty is a fugitive from the law. But Amberlynn Reid's tooth is the most dramatic thing we've ever seen. Apparently. This saga is not over. She's already scheduled the filling appointment, and I'm almost certain that every agonizing minute of that will be another full-scale tragedy.